Welcome to week one of my 30-week vlog to the 2026 Bigfoot 200. Decided to sign up after I paced my buddy Kit last year for 53 miles at the end of the race. And that was the furthest I did in one stretch and the hardest thing I think I did in a 24-hour period. And inspired me to sign up. Signed up a couple weeks later when the lottery opened. Got in on the lottery. And here we are. Be by far the longest race I've ever done. Been doing ultras off and on for the last 6 or 7 years. Done 350Ks. Some longer efforts just out by myself. That 53 miles with Kit last year, but this will be by far the longest thing I've ever done. The main thing has been inconsistency with training. I'll train hard for 6 months and then life will get busy. I'll make excuses and won't train for a while. Last almost 4 years I was back working in the oil and gas industry, working on drilling rig as a driller and rig manager, mostly up in North Dakota, and that's made it tough to train, that's for sure. It was a 2-week on, 2-week off schedule. For most of the last 3.5 years I've been working nights, which makes it tough. Switching schedules all the time from days at work, days off. So yeah, just quit my job right at Christmas. Christmas Day was my last day. Driving away from the rig for the last time. It's been a lot of years on that rig right there. Started in September of 2012. Other than a few breaks, that's been work and home away from home for a long time. I'd say it's bittersweet, but I'm really not sad to see her go. Just got to figure out how not to ever come back again. But spent Christmas and New Year out on the West Coast with family, and now back in Wyoming. Me and my wife Rachel live in Northeast Wyoming, Black Hills, but we're back. It's winter and we're training. So yeah, big goal for the year is Bigfoot 200, obviously in August. Trying to get my volume built, get legs under me, build my climbing. And this vlog is just a weekly update for myself, mainly to track my training, see how things have changed, body composition, speed, climbing, endurance, and just kind of proof of work each week to get me to Bigfoot, to build some consistency, to be the most consistent I've ever been with my training, and see what I can do in August. So this is week one of 30 weeks to 2026 Bigfoot 200. Goal is to do weekly vlog. Been thinking about doing it, but my sister-in-law Margot is kind of the main impetus. She told me before we left Washington that I needed to do it so family and friends back home could track my training and see what I'm doing. So it'll just be weekly updates from my runs, kind of structure, how I'm feeling, what's bothering me, what's not bothering me, what's going well, what's not. Some new things for me this year. I'm trying to be consistent and measure everything, so built out a training plan till race week. Gonna follow that, gives me a good baseline. I got some plans for some other things, solo efforts or maybe with friends or family, and that'll change my training blocks a little bit. Try to get some longer efforts in time on the feet, simulate a little bit. Tracking calories starting this week. I think this morning I was 208.4 pounds, which is down a couple of pounds from where I was beginning of the week. A lot of that's probably just bloating and water weight from all the Christmas goodies out with the family. But yeah, trying to stay at about a 500 calorie a day deficit. For the next couple months, I'd like to get down from 210 where I was a few days ago to about 195. The next couple months, train there. And then depending on how I feel at that weight and muscle mass, I'd like to get down to like 185, maybe even 180 for race day. I don't know. We'll play around with it because I'm not sure what will be the best weight for me at 6'1", but definitely lighter than I am now. So the goal is to get the weight down and build the mileage, get long efforts in, get good on vert, and finish Bigfoot this year. So thanks for following along. There'll be more to come. Hopefully you guys will bear with me if you're watching this. Don't know much about videoing or yeah, we're gonna learn as we go. I'm sure the first few videos will be rough quality wise, sound wise, and but like I said, it'll be fun to do a weekly vlog and be able to look back after the race, 30 weeks, and see the change. Other than that, it's a beautiful day. Saturday, long run day. Kind of planning my my training blocks and my weekly runs volume around a normal schedule, which I haven't had in a long time. I don't have to worry a ton about getting a job right away, but I did quit without knowing what's next. So I'm assuming at some point I'll have to get 9 to 5. Hopefully, maybe a little less blue collar where I'm not using my body as much during the work day, use my brain a little more. I haven't had a 9 to 5 in a long time, but maybe that would be good for just consistency, scheduled training. But I'm assuming that's coming in the next few months. So just trying to plan my training blocks around that. Right now, just treating training and recovery and fuel and learn as much as I can. The next 8 months is my full-time gig. Planning on videoing it and sharing it with everybody that, almost dropped the phone. Sharing it with everybody that wants to watch with me, and hopefully we'll get to August 14th, I think, is the start of the race. We'll get there injury-free, get a lot of mileage and vert and just good training in, a lot of fun, a lot of adventures, and finished 200 miler. My pacer now.
We're like a little over 5 miles per hour.
Nice and slow. So Rachel just invented a new product. That's chocolate protein shake with milk and collagen.
50 grams of protein.
50 grams of protein in that. And I was in the sauna, so she put it in the fridge, and it turned into chocolate pudding. And it's way better
so
like this.
Good.
So that's probably a new staple. Sundance Mountain there behind me. It's a little chilly up here. It's probably like 10, 11 degrees down the house, but it's pretty windy up here, up on top, a little bit exposed. Got plenty of clothes on, so I've actually been sweating on the way up. 5 miles up, head back down, get 10 miles in. I should make it about 16 for the day. Gotta be tough or you gotta be dumb, I guess. Do a little end of the week sauna check-in. Got the last element that we had in the fridge. It's pretty nice after that 10 miler. cold out, the hose on my bladder froze. So yeah, that had my electrolytes in it, but it still froze right at the nozzle and then froze all the way back. So the stuff in the bladder was warm enough, but stuff in the hose froze, so I didn't get thirsty enough that I needed it. I was able to thaw out the nipples on my bottles by just holding them in my mouth until the ice thawed out enough I could get some water out of them. Just over 60 miles in the last week. I did a long day Sunday and then long day today, Saturday. I'm gonna adjust my weeks a little bit so that the long day Saturday, that's the last day of my training week. Sunday will be kind of an optional long hike or cross training or recovery day, depending on how I'm feeling each week. Feeling pretty good with the increase in volume. That's about 20 more miles than I've done in a week in quite a while. Most miles I've done since Pace and Kit for Bigfoot in August, so that feels good. Got some consistency the last 4 weeks. Had a little, I've had tightness in my left hip, kind of SI joint and IT band, it feels like, since August, really, if I push the volume or length of a run, but now it's kind of switched to the other side, so felt that in my quad and down into my knee, right hip, instead of left today. Did go see the chiropractor earlier in the week, and it seemed like it shifted after that, so probably straightened some things out. Now I'm using my tendons and ligaments and muscle tissue a little differently, hopefully getting some better patterns in. But legs felt good today. Cardio felt pretty good. Took it pretty easy outside. Overall, good week. Yeah, we'll recover tonight, get fueled back up, see how I feel tomorrow. Maybe go ride the rower in the gym after church and grocery store tomorrow, or maybe just take a rest day. But yeah, it was a good week.